we have the greatest general and strongest army. That's why we defeat enemy. This is what I heard all day and every day when I was North Korean military. But what I saw and experienced were hunger, tragic accident, and lack of medicine, and corruption officer everywhere. Hello, my name is Yeongnam Eom. I was born and raised in North Korea. And I graduated from college there, where I learned railway operation in North Korea. Then I spent a decade in North Korean military in Pyongyang, capital of North Korea. I escaped North Korea in 2010 and arrived in South Korea. Later, I moved to Canada in 2012 and lived there for 3 years. I returned to Seoul in 2015 and got a master's degree in public administration from Korea University in 2019. Now I own a small business. Today, I'm going to tell you about the so-called strongest soldier's life in North Korea based on my military service. In 2001, I entered North Korean military after finishing my college degree. At that time, what I was thinking was I will be a hero and one day I will reach a high-ranking enlisted general. According to the regime's propaganda, the North Korean army was the strongest army in the world. However, what I saw was my company soldiers seeming to become homeless people. Their clothing was old and tattered. Company soldiers' barracks was almost like an ancient court, like in history documentary in TV show. The regime always propagates military first and loyal soldiers. But the scene that I saw was telling me that the military was a beggars group. According to the regime's propaganda, those are strongest soldiers. But my fellow soldiers and I were always hungry. In 2004, I was malnourished. At that time, my height was about 69 inches and my weight was about 88 pounds. My company commander took almost all food under his command. He could then sell it to make money. He even bought new and fancy motorcycles. The meaning of buying a motorcycle like almost equal to buying a Lamborghini sports car in North Korea at that time. Not surprisingly, around 60% of the company soldiers were malnourished and seriously starving. Around 30% of my company soldiers were missing. That's why stealing food and money from civilians was very normal in North Korean army. The North Korean army official name is Korean People's Army, but peoples call them Korean People's Enemy. For example, in the autumn, all my company soldiers and I take the corn and rice from cooperative and private farm. We also sold livestock like pigs and goats, which belonging to North Korean civilians, and even took their own clothing to exchange for food. One of the North Korean Workers' Party slogan is, "The cooperative farm is my farm," which means it should take care of crops as diligently, seriously. But North Korean soldiers twisted to cooperative farm is our farm, which means we can take it over anytime, anywhere. This is the reality North Korean army, so-called strongest soldiers. Another thing about North Korean soldiers was that tragic accident happened frequently. In 2008, I witnessed tragic accident in the army. My fellow soldiers and I received order from Kim Jong-il to dismantle 3 huge concrete bridges to collect iron rebar because building material shortage. We mostly dismantled them with only sledgehammers. Then the accident happened. Around 20 soldiers were trapped under huge concrete beam. The crane was malfunctioning. So those pitiful soldiers were trapped under heavy concrete beams for more than an hour. There were no ambulances or 911 to call, so we blocked highway to stop every vehicle. So they could take the injured soldiers to the hospital. Several weeks later, I heard 3 of them died. Some of them lost their legs, and others had serious injuries. No compensation was given to those soldiers from the regime. Tragic accidents did not only happen on construction site. There could happen anywhere. In 2009, one of my fellow soldiers was killed by collapsing heavy soil when he was digging a well beside my company barracks. At that time, many of my company soldiers got malignant boils or serious disease because they were drinking polluted water all day and every day. Therefore, we tried to dig a new well to get fresh water. However, there was lack of equipment, no safety facility. They had only shovels and pickups. That was why the well collapsed when he was buried by heavy soil. The regime insists we have the greatest supreme leader Kim Jong-un and powerful nuclear weapon, but they don't say there are so many soldiers who died because of the malnutrition and tragic accident, and even by being killed by their fellow soldiers. What I want to say is that human rights are not difficult thoughts or such complicated things. Just simply say, when you are hungry, you have the right to eat. When you're sick, you have the right to seek medical care. When you got in an accident, you have the right to learn what happened and resolve the situation fairly. But those things are not relevant for North Korean soldiers and civilians. North Korean human rights situation is much more vulnerable than you can imagine. The North Korean regime is always interested in nuclear weapons and missiles. They are only interested in how to keep the Kim family from collapsing instead of protecting people and soldiers of North Korea. The Kim Jong-un's regime, even because of someone's one word mistake that may be against the regime, he or she must be taken to the political prison camps. There are many political prison camps, hundreds of the thousands of the political prison camps in them. They never get a chance to read their judgment. They never get a chance to come out alive. This savage behavior is never forgivable, even if dictator Kim Jong-un would be fired more than 10 times in International Criminal Court. The main reason that I want to share my story is to increase awareness of the real situation that North Korean soldiers face, instead of how they are showing in the media. When you see the photos in the media, the fancy building and bridges in Pyongyang, North Korea, please think about how many beautiful soldiers died during the building of those buildings and bridges. Thank you.